Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. This is Lori from Wandering Soul Pottery. And it's been a while since I've done a kiln opening because I was on the West Coast for 2 weeks with my husband for a trip. We visited family, we went to Oregon, we flew into Washington, stayed with our niece for 3 days, and then headed down to Oregon coast to the redwood forest and then back up through the middle of Oregon, and it was fabulous. And I'll put some pictures in at the end of the video. Anyway, I am doing my, well, hopefully final Halloween fall kiln opening, but I did a peek and my plate that I don't like. So I need some suggestions for what to do with it. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to move my stuff over a little farther this time because I've started working on some mugs and my work table is really bad. That's where I usually put my stuff. So I am gonna go ahead and do this. And I'm gonna need my gloves because it's 145 degrees and my hands don't like what I felt on the last one, so it's the only one I really looked at, is this plate. So it's a 3D printer, or 3D printed roller that I made. It is sunflowers, and you can barely see them. I used Yellowstone by Kentucky Mudworks, and it really covered up. You can barely see, like right there, you can see it, the sunflower. It was fairly deep. And this is on roux clay by Kentucky Mudworks. It's really, really pretty color. It's just covered up my texture. So what do you guys think? You like it? I may just go ahead and put it into the gallery. Okay, that's the first one. This is my top shelf. I had a bunch of little ornaments, and here they are. I have 3 of those. And then I did not put any white on these. This little guy. And this little guy, little dog. The other one is a kitty. So those are cute. Oh, by the way, I think it was in my last kiln opening. I had these mugs that dripped down. You can kind of see it. This one I went ahead and used. And Audrey Lynn from Audrey Lynn Studios suggested that I use the Dremel pads for diamond cord Dremel pads. And I did, and I got a lot of that off of there. But since I had already washed it in the dishwasher, I couldn't. I might put some acrylic on there. So I couldn't refire this, but I did refire one that's in the kiln, my other little cat and dog ghosts. So the yellow one. So we'll see how that one went. And anyway, that's it. Now I gotta have some coffee. Blueberry crumble. Okay. Now, let me take the top shelf, a little half shelf off of here. I went down in temperature this time. Well, there went my 7, but the 7 didn't even bend. I did a Camille Hoffman. I went to 2170. I talked to Scott, and Scott told me try 2167 with my hold. So I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm gonna go 2170, which really it's 3 degrees. Does that make a difference? I don't know. And I did 2170, no hold, and then a 30 minute at 1900, and this is what I got. So it is almost a 6. Although Scott says if it bends at all, it's gotten to temperature. So I guess a 6, soft 6. We'll see. Okay, that mug I was talking about is in here. So let's see what it did. Oh, it's better. Here it is. It was all drippy, and now it's not. Yay! So what I did with this is I put black stucco coat on here, and then I used white, whatever. So I had taken the Dremel, the diamond core pads, and cleaned it up, and then I used cottontail on the rest of it. So now I can sell this. It doesn't look horrid. Oh, I need to put this. Okay. All right. Here is another one I did. It's a 3D texture roller I made. And it's not really Halloween-y. I could have put more like with stars and clouds and other things. I don't know. I could have done different cats, but this is what I used. This is going to be my test vitrification mug just to see if it vitrified. I'm hoping it did. That's cute. Somebody might like it. Okay. This needs to be refired. This is ancient copper, and it didn't get hot enough. I should have. I probably should have put this farther down into the kiln. The rest of it is great, but the ancient copper didn't quite get cooked enough, I don't think. I don't see, there's crystals. Wait a minute. Did I do something else with this? No, it's just ancient copper. I have one that I put dark star on, but this is just ancient copper. Okay, well, that one is not going over to the gallery. Speaking of the gallery, I got an email yesterday, day before yesterday, saying that she needs more stuff from me and I'm selling really well. So I'm very excited about that. I'm gonna look at my pages and just make sure that I did do that the right way. I've written this one down. It's a potion mug. I have a potion mug in here too. Those are big pumpkin. Yeah. The stem is 3 times tapenade. The leaves are 3 times satin patina by Mako. And the body is 3 times ancient copper. And that is very thick ancient copper. I had to water down because I'm at the bottom of the barrel on that. So I don't know if that's the issue too. So who knows? Ooh, this turned out great. I have a commission for this. This is cinnabar and tapenade pumpkin. This was a dip. I dipped it into the jar of cinnabar, and it didn't drip. I'm very excited now. My papaya, I think that's the papaya too. So let's see if it dripped. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is the papaya. One dip into the papaya jar by Spectrum, and it didn't drip. I am really excited about that. Okay. Now, these are my witches. It took me forever. I delayed my kiln firing because of these witches. I have 3 of them, and I could not decide how to glaze them. Here's the first one, and she is spectacular. Oh my gosh. This is Snapdragon. This is Tiffany by Hobble Creek Pottery. Thank you, Tiffany. If you ever watch this, this is stunning. This is Speedball Black. underglaze wiped back. And up in here, this was really hard to get. The other ones are easier. The black was worse. And then I used stroke and coats on the hat and the black parts. The hair is a brown, oh, it's one of the brown speed velvet. I can't even remember, but it's an underglaze, so it's not shiny. And then I use Pinkaboo, which is it Pinkaboo? The one that fades? Pinkaboo. I think it's Pinkaboo. It is, I love these things. I made a chart. It is Pinkadot. This is Pinkadot because I didn't want it really pink and I didn't want it white. I wanted a little bit of pink. So there it is. And it turned out great. Okay, so this is the first one. This is the second one. And I did the tops all different. This is not candy apple red, but the other red. Ruby slippers. Ruby slippers, sun-kissed, and some sour apple. There. And this is just red underglaze wiped back. And I put Speedball black underglaze. So, you know, I've been having all this issue with crawling. Well, I was suggested to do all of my underglazes. This is a 3 fire on these though. Black underglaze and then fire it. And this is smoke. No, not smoke. Charcoal Celadon. I didn't want to go black. So I did the charcoal Celadon. 3 coats. 3 coats on all of this. And the hat. And very cool. I love this. And this might be my favorite. Okay, this is amethyst velvet underglaze wiped back inside. Nothing else on top. This is wasabi. That turned out great. And then I put that sour apple and purple. That turned out awesome. So those are great. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you. This is dandelion, and then this is ruby slippers here on those. Awesome, I love these. Okay, I'm gonna pause you while I remove the shelf. Oops, I had my glasses on to see what I was doing. This way I don't have a ring in my eyes. Okay, I took the thing off. I will show you the cone pack. And 7 did nothing. 5 and 6. So it's a little cooler. 6 is bent. It's just not quite bent as much. Okay. All right, these are all mugs in here. I have 7 mugs in here. Interesting. Okay, this is pumpkin and bat mug. This is 2 times papaya outside, and you can see where I stopped the second coat because I didn't want it to run. And 3 inside, and this is on Mako's On Go speckled buff On Go. So there's that. It's okay. I put 2. I am a very thick, I use thick coats, so this probably could be a 3. But it is pretty. It is hot in here. I would have my fan on, but it would be loud. Okay. This, oh, it did okay. Okay. This is one of my potion mugs. This is potion mugs. On the bottom, I put Pottery Supply House's black mat, and I have now ordered some Amico satin mat. Oh, this is the black mat from, yeah, it's called black mat on the bottom half of this mug. And then the top half is Kentucky Smoky Merlot. Wait a minute, I have two of these. Okay, this is the Smoky Merlot. Boy, look at that. It dripped, but not dripped. Look where it stopped. It turned out great. And inside is 3 times Smoky Merlot, and this is only a third. I had it here. A third. Okay, there's that. Let's not break my witches. Okay, then here, same thing. Look how that dripped down like that. This is black mat on top, all over. So it's all over on both of those. And then I use Kentucky Mudworks Dragon Breath inside and all the way inside. So this is Kentucky Mudworks Dragon Breath, and then 1/3. And it did this weird little thing down here, and then same thing over there. But I like it. I like it. Okay. Okie dokie. It covered up my texture. All right, this is Tapenade. No, Twilight. This is Twilight. And it covered up all of my texture. Boo, I should have, so next time I make this, oh, and the inside is Dark Star. Hold on, I've got it here. Mugs. Where are the mugs? I think it's Dark Star. I cannot find it now. Bizarre. Why can't I find this? Those are all my plates. Okay, this is Dark Star inside, which is kind of cool. It's sparkly, but I don't know if I can sell this because of the cover up of all the, yeah, bummer. So I need to either be a little lighter on my coats or wipe some of this back. So I'll probably wipe some of this back. That would have been an awesome mug. Okay, this is not as shiny as I thought it would be, but it turned out great. This is my jack-o'-lantern mug. It's obsidian inside, orange underglaze, then the transfer, underglaze transfer by Sandbow. I believe it's Sandbow. Here's the bottom. And 3 times, 2 or 3 times. Now I don't have my paper. I'm sure it's right in front of my face, which it usually is, of obsidian. So I think I like it better on the speckled buff, but it's really cool. Okay, these I'm excited about. I hope they turned out. So Tiffany from Hobble Creek Pottery put out a tutorial last year. I think it was after Halloween. It might have been right around, about these Beetlejuice inspired mugs. And I did her tutorial. And holy cow. Okay, I'm in love. I am in such love. So when I did the tape, it bled in a few places. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? Well, I ended up, I have all these little diamond Dremel tools, and this one was like a spike. And so I just cleaned up the edges, and it is perfect. And the inside is wasabi. I did exactly what Tiffany did. Inside is wasabi. This is velvet black under glaze. I did do 3 coats. I didn't do 1 coat, I did 3. And this is mulberry, celadon by Amico. This is obsidian wiped back. So, and I just lift this and the bottom. And then I used Mako zinc free clear, and I'm very, 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 very happy with this. And let's see if the other one is just as good. And I'll put this up. I'm running out of room. It is just as good. Wow. Thank you, Tiffany. This is amazing. All right. That's that shelf. I am going to put you on pause while I get the other shelf off. Hey, I'm back. Okay, the bottom shelf, I did not put any cone packs on. Bottom 2 shelves. I've got 2 more shelves here. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 full shelves now because I had a broken shelf that I got from Scott. Well, it was cracking down the middle, and I called them, and they sent me 2. So I still have the one that's cracked. I'm just careful where I put it, and eventually it'll turn into 2 half shelves because it's going right down the middle. Evidently there's an issue, and if you've got a new skillet or if you ordered new shelves and they start to crack, call them. They're really good. Scott's amazing. I love their support. Okay, I have 2 plates, 5 pumpkins, and test tiles. And oh no, my plate. Oh, it cracked, and I put aluminum hydrate on it. Oh, I'm so upset. It's all the way through. I made this guy last year because someone had asked me about it, and then I waited because I didn't know what to do on the colors, and it turned out so good, but it cracked. Oh my gosh. It's probably too thin. I was only a year into my, I'm sure it's too thin. And I put there's alumina hydrate on the bottom of the shelf. I'm gonna try that wax and alumina hydrate thing that people are doing and see. I just think that was a weak spot because it's where this is. Okay, well, bummer. Bummer. That was gorgeous. All right, let's do these little pumpkininos. All right, I gotta figure out the colors on them. My pumpkins. Oatmeal rust. This is also a commission. Oatmeal rust by Seattle Pottery Supply. And it didn't drip. 1 dip. Yay. I love it. This is Yellowstone. So it's the same thing as that plate. And I dipped it. So this is also a dip. Okay. That wasn't that. Those 3. And then this one is my Dark Star. I wanted to try it. Dark Star. It is, I really don't see, well, anyway, that's Dark Star. It's not really crystal. The other one is not Dark Star. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to go look for that, the inside of that mug. Anyway, Dark Star. They're all tapenade ×2 on the stems. Okay, this one, oh, this one is that Oolong Glaze. Oolong Glaze. That's pretty. That's pretty, I like it. These are all on Sheltui clay, which I have a half of a bag left. Okay, and then this one is Deep Sienna Speckle. I don't see much, yeah, there's some speckling in there. Deep Sienna Speckle. Okay, those are all of my pumpkins. I had a pumpkin I dropped the other day, or I knocked off my shelf, and it went flying and it cut me on my leg. And I didn't notice until a couple hours later, and I'm like, my leg hurts. I looked down, there was a big long drip of blood, dried blood on my leg. So be careful with your stuff. Okay, I did a little test tile of Jessica Putnam Phillips had these little rim templates, and this is the smaller one of the shell. And then I made and it's hard to see it, I made my own 3D print. I'm having problems talking this morning. 3D texture roller out of this, but it's kind of lost its deal. Okay, this one is my shell plate. It's Sand and Sea. I know that. It's 2 Sand and Sea with 1 Celadon bloom over the edges. And to be honest, yeah, you can see it. That's where the bloom is. It's an okay. It was a test, so it's a test. I don't know if anybody would buy it. It's kind of bleh. Okay. Now I've got one more with plate on there I'm really excited about. I'm going to put you on pause. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have test tiles. I know how you love my test tiles. I bought some bots. I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on. I bought some bots glazes to try out, just the 4-ounce ones. I think they're 4, maybe they're 6. So here we go. This is on Brown Bear, and this is Amethyst. That's pretty. There's that one. This is Larimar on Brown Bear. It's kind of eaten up. Not bad though. This is Calcite Yellow. I like that. This is on Sheltui. This is the Calcite Yellow on Brown Bear. I don't have these in very good order here. Let me see if I can do that real quick. No, they're all different. This is the Pyrite White on Brown Bear, and that turned out great. It didn't eat the color. And the Pyrite White on Sheltui. There's the Sheltui. That turned out great. This is the Pearl Pink on Rue. And that's the Rue. I like it. Okay. Amethyst. Amethyst on Sheltui. And it's kind of modeling, but maybe that's because of it. It's supposed to do that with texture. Pearl Pink on Rue. No, Speckled Turtle. That is Speckled Turtle. And Larimar on Sheltui. I had one of these. Okay, it might have been the Amethyst. It's one of them I got from Dick Blick, and the lid was broken, so I called them. They sent me another one, which was really nice. Okay, I am now going to put you on pause. Well, in that meantime, oops, this is moving. Sorry, guys. In that meantime, my husband left. So, and my puppy came out. All right, I've opened this up and I'm really unhappy with what I got. Kind of, with one of them. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Where's my little, oh, they're over here. Okay, and then when I pulled off the shelf, all of my aluminum hydrate went flying. It's really great. So, excuse me. I like this one. This is my skull plate. I did red underglaze, of course, right there. And then I put a skull underglaze transfer on top of that, which is by Sandbow. And then I did two twilight on the edges, one twilight on the back. I don't like the one twilight, actually. I may have to just go with one twilight from now on, because twilight, any of those spectrums, and I am thick when I glaze, is that. And then 2 times Mako Zinc Free Clear that I dabbed on. So boop, 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 with these guys. I have all sizes. There's Aspen. Hi, Aspen. Are you a good girl? Yes, you are. You're so good girl. Whoops. I love you. You're such a good girl. I love her so much. Oh, now she's jumping on me. Okay, get off, honey. Don't jump. Okay, that one I love. That's the first plate that I love. This one I got off of Facebook and it did not turn out like I wanted it to. It's because I put too much on. I wonder if I refire this, it will shine up a little more. This is iron luster times 3. And it didn't it doesn't look anything like what it looked like on Facebook. So, bummer. I was very excited about this. This is the back. It's just, what happened to the blue? Did I not put enough on? Should I put more on? But then it will do that. Anybody have any suggestions? I would be thrilled to have a good suggestion for that, because I love this. And it's a, if you look at it, it's a rolling pin, textured rolling pin from Vermont Pottery Works, and I love it so much. It's fall leaves. I love this. I love this roller a lot. So, there's that. The rest in here is just more bots. So I will show you those. At least I got all the whites together this time. All right, here are all the whites. I wonder how hot these are, because they're all right. Okay, this is the amethyst. This is the yellow, calcite yellow. This is all on Iceman. This is Larimar, and it's beautiful. This is the pyrite white, which is absolutely, really, absolutely, really, absolutely beautiful. Something just made a noise. Pearl pink. It's really hard to see with all the, there we go. And this is Rue with the pyrite white. This pyrite white, I can't even say it. Pyrite white. Say that 3 times as fast as you can. Now, go. All right, the rest of them. These are all different colors. And they're hot. Okay. I am not going to take time and pull them apart. Okay, this turned out great on Brown Bear. This is the pearl pink. And for pink on Brown Bear, you got my vote. This is Pyrite. I'll do it again. Pyrite white on speckled turtle. Larimar on speckled turtle. It's an okay. I don't know if I'd use it. This I like. Calcite yellow on rue. Pretty. Amethyst on speckled turtle turned out great. Oh, I like this. This is calcite yellow on speckled turtle. That's pretty. Here's another amethyst on rue. Nice. Pearl pink. I need to test this on a bigger sheltui. Pearl pink on sheltui. And it's 1, no, 2 and 3 on that. They're all 2 and 3 on the top and bottom. I used to do it sideways, but I changed. And last but not least, which I think is beautiful, is Larimar on rue. Rue is such a pretty clay. It's not real dark buff, it's a light buff with specks. And lightly specked. It's really pretty. Okay, that is it. Tell me your favorite one. I have mine. My favorite mug is this. It turned out spectacular. My favorite plate was this one, of course, because it was the only one that turned out decent. And then, well, my favorite witch, it's gotta be this one. It's gonna be hard to sell. I have some witches from last year that I'm getting ready to take over to the gallery. I might trade out. I don't know. I had some that I kept from last year. Oh yes, one other item. Let's not break it. I'm just gonna update you. Here's my witch that I made last year that I still haven't got into the kiln because it wouldn't fit. This top part is, I can't even remember. Orange. It's poppy instead of tangelo. So we'll see. And the little jack-o'-lantern is also poppy. Black poppy on the brim. And then that is a, I don't know how it's going to turn out. This is mine, it doesn't matter. It's a web with a spider, and I kind of tried to put a hourglass on it as a black widow. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, I'm gonna put this up. Might as well just do this now. I had that massive mess last time with these little espresso cups, and they ran, and I said I was gonna try to fix them. Well, the one I did with the bougainvillea is in the trash, but this one got fixed. And I think my son wants this one now instead of the other one. This is the green, shadow green from Seattle Pottery Supply. Is that not gorgeous? It's almost metallic. I love it, love it, love it. And then that pink mug that dripped everywhere, I worked on that too. I don't know if she'll want it, but we'll see. I got it cleaned up. It is very usable at this point. So, oops, yeah. So that's that. All right, everyone. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I need some suggestions on those plates. Anyway, thank you. Have a great day, evening, and morning. Bye.